So first I'm gonna go over hot dogs. And you know, it's really funny, like when you use these urban baits like hot dogs, you know, what else do people use? They use chicken breast and things like that. I feel like it's so much more funnier and a little bit more rewarding to catch a fish on something that, you know, we can heat up and eat ourselves. So, you know, I've actually caught a sizable blue cat on this. It was about 2 pounds. You know, that's a dink size for most people, but that's sizable to me because, you know, it's the biggest one I've caught. So, you know, it was super fun. And it's funny because when I threw the hot dog into the water, my line was in the water for less than a minute and it just went boop, and that blue catfish just nailed it. And I honestly think he hooked himself, but hey, you know, whatever, a catch is a catch. But, you know, hot dogs are always fun. They're a little hard to keep on the hook, but you know, if you just want to go out, have a good time, share a couple laughs, you know, I suggest using hot dogs because, you know, it's just really funny. All right, next we have everyone's favorite, which are these night crawlers. And honestly, I've caught a couple channel catfish and bluehead on night crawlers, but I've kind of strayed away from them, and so has Carl, because we've caught way too many turtles and not enough fish on these night crawlers. And plus, you guys, everyone who fishes, you guys know, these things are so delicate and so small and so soft that, you know, those little pecker bluegills, like they'll just peck them off and you won't even know what happened. You don't even know that your worm is gone. Like, I'm kind of over worms, but I still do. I'm currently, you know, hunting down drum. So I've been using this to try and, you know, get a drum, but something else keeps stealing it. So we're going to have to figure something else out there. But we have caught, both me and Carl have caught, you know, good sized fish on worms, but it's kind of something we're straying away from. We're trying to, you know, excuse me, venture into the plastics, you know, to kind of replace the worms. But, you know, worms are always everyone's go-to. You can catch some big fish on worms, you guys. And it's super funny when you do because you just never expect it. But yeah, night crawlers are always good bait, but we're straying away from them. But I've caught many fish on night crawlers, too many turtles. But yeah, this is like, you know, the go-to bait for a lot of people. And then right here is actually something recent that we've tried to dabble with. You know, it's this Catfish food additive. I tried marinating hot dogs with this for about 2.5 days along with some onions. And I didn't get a single bite, you guys. So if anyone's ever used this and, you know, has any suggestions for us on how to make this work, go ahead. But the reason I included this in this video is because we've had a lot of success with the carp version of this stuff. And it's been wildly successful for us, guys. And we really want to see if we can make this work. So if you guys can, you know, give us some suggestions if you've used this before, let us know what you did to make it work, because I feel like it has a lot of potential because it smells like poop. And, you know, I just want to know how it can work, you guys. So let us know. We'd really appreciate it. Oh, man. So we have the cream of the crop here, you guys. The Catfish punch bait. You guys have no idea how many catfish we've caught using this stuff. And I would open it and show you guys, but this stuff smells so incredibly bad that I really don't want the kitchen to smell like, you know, punch bait for the rest of the day. But the most success we've had with these different types of punch baits are the crawfish one, you know. But the thing is, I've caught my biggest channel catfish on the shad punch bait. It was probably the most beautiful channel cat that anyone has ever seen. I know it's the most beautiful one I've seen because those things can be pretty darn ugly. But this thing, I threw this, I had it connected to a treble hook in just a little local park pond. And I threw it in there. Again, it was in there for less than a minute, you guys. And that catfish came and he smacked the crap out of my line. Drag was screaming and he just took off, you guys. Like, you can check out the catfish that I caught using this bait at our Instagram at @CHobbyFun. It's the most beautiful channel catfish ever. It has a bright purple tail. It was in great shape, and I bet it's never even smelled this stuff before. And it just went for it, you guys. It was pretty awesome. I wish we were recording at that time, but it was great, man. This wild hopper stuff, you know, I've used it a couple times because this smells the worst out of these three. And to be honest with you guys, at the end of the day, you know, we all fish. We all know that we're going to be dealing with some stinky stuff. But this is like it's next level, and I just want nothing to do with it. And in fact, I don't even know what's going on at the top of it. There's some kind of like, I don't know, some kind of ooze stuff happening here, and I just want nothing to do with it. But I did catch a couple catfish using the wild hopper, and honestly I can see why, because it just smells like crap. But you know, like I said, the most success we've had is with the crawfish one, and it's cool because a lot of different types of fish will go for the crawfish. So it's just like, oh, excuse me, crawdad, whatever, same thing. But yeah, and it's crazy because I actually lost, and this haunts me till this day. Last year, I actually lost some kind of mystery fish on this bait. And I call it a mystery fish because I fished that pond so many times. I know what's in there, so I thought, you know, there's lots of bullhead, lots of bass, tons of bluegill. But this, what I lost it right at the bank, and I didn't get a full view of its body, but it had a bright white tail. So I have no idea what it was. It could have been a drum, could have been a crappie. I have no idea, you guys, but I am going to go back here around September again when I went last time and try out this bait there again and see if I can get that mystery fish, because you guys, it was huge. Like, my rod was bent so crazy. You can ask Carl. Like, I was devastated once I lost that fish, and it fought so different, you guys. So I know it would be a new species for me. So hopefully, you know, come this September, I'll go back, catch that mystery fish, and share it with you guys.